Hey guys, happy holidays and happy Facebook Live. Donna Schwartz here from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com. Just want to give you a little bit of this Christmas. Don't mean to offend any of those that are celebrating Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or just not celebrating. That's perfectly fine. In fact, happy Christmaska. That's the combination of the holidays, since this is the first time in a long time, and for a long time after, that Christmas and Hanukkah are falling on the same time. Pretty cool, right? If you like it, give me a like. Okay, so I'm from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site for practical tips and solutions to help you with your music performance related issues. And so we're here for another Facebook Live session. I've got a whole bunch of questions which are really great that I'm going to get to answering here. But first, do me a favor, please share this. It helps when there's more people on the line. Got a bunch of folks now. Would love some more. Hey Darren, hey Carlos, how you doing? Happy holidays. So click the like that you like it. Everybody likes to be liked, and also share this so this way we get more folks on. Okay, so the first question I had, this actually wasn't so much a question, it's something that I noticed, and I noticed quite a bit lately, and it happens a lot more in the winter time. Your reeds squeak a lot more, whether it's clarinet, whether it's saxophone, they squeak a lot more. It's drier out. So if you're not thoroughly soaking your reed, you're going to squeak. Now, some people are under the assumption, and I was when I first started out, that you're only supposed to soak the tip end. You got to soak the other end too. You got to soak the entire thing. If you don't soak the other end, you're going to squeak more because the reed needs to be thoroughly wet in the wintertime. Now, those people that know me, that study with me, that take my courses, that are subscribers to my newsletter, my free weekly newsletter, by the way, and you can subscribe on my site, DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, know that I don't store my reeds dry. I used to use the, it's a Rico case that stores 8 reeds, and it has the humidity pack in there. I used to use the 73% humidity. That was great. That was fine in New York. I found for me, I needed something more out here in California. And even in the wintertime in New York, I needed for my reeds to be stored in one condition, which was wet. So I had heard a great interview with Ricky Swiam, and he talked about how he soaks his reeds in original Listerine, not the colored stuff, because the colored Listerines have sorbitol in them, and that's what the bacteria feeds on, folks, okay? So I use original Listerine. I store it in a waterproof container. I've got articles on my site. If you go under the free stuff tab and you go under common solutions, woodwind, you're going to see it right there, how to stop squeaky reeds. So I store my reeds wet, and that's what really helps. So I just wanted to talk about the squeaky reeds thing. You could use that. You could also use Rejuvenate. I interviewed the founder, the creator of Rejuvenate, a few months ago. We had a special going on for a little bit, but it's well worth it because the Rejuvenate also stores your reeds as humid as you'd like. There's a little triangular shaped sponge in there that you can soak in original Listerine, and it keeps the humidity level up to a certain point. And I tend to put a little bit more original Listerine in there so it's a little bit more wet. So my reeds are instantly playable and germ free, because we all know we get sick at some point and then those germs stay on the reed. So for those of you that store your reeds dry and you get sick, well, I used to say to my school kids, throw away that reed when you're done sick. But what you can do is you can use this trick, use the peroxide. You could just go to like a CVS or a store, you know, your regular supermarket, just pick up a bottle of peroxide and soak your reeds. And that not only disinfects them, but it also revives dead reeds too. And again, I've got stuff on my site, so definitely check it out. So keep sharing this, it'd be awesome. Okay, so that was the first observation type of question that I had. The second question that I had, this was a good one, okay? And it talked about re-lacquering. whether or not re-lacquering a horn affects the tone. And this especially applies to folks who play Mark 6s like myself, and other types of vintage horns as well. I've got 2 Mark 6s. One of them's for sale, okay? If you want it, PM me or email me or go to my website and contact me, donnaschwartzmusic.com, because I'm selling one of my Mark 6s. Great horn, really powerful. I love it, okay? But I've got 2. I don't need the other one anymore. Re-lacquering a horn. Okay, will it affect the tone? Probably a little bit. But here's the thing. For me, I was always told from a very long time ago when I first started studying, oh, Donna, you don't want to get one of those re-lacquered horns. Their sound, it's different. You don't want to do that. And there's like an urban myth that has been perpetuated. And some of it may be truthful, some of it may not, whatever. Honestly, and if you know me, you know I say this too, depends on your personal preference, okay? Some people don't like playing on a horn that, doesn't look like super shiny and all that kind of stuff. They think, ew, that's gross. I want something that's nice and shiny, right? Like I say to my kids when we're performing, you look good, you sound good, okay? Well, that has nothing to do with your instrument. There's some great instruments that don't have all the lacquer on them. In fact, the horn I'm selling has 70% lacquer. It's a great horn, though. The less lacquer that's on the horn, you may find that the horn may be more bright or live, okay? Because, the lacquer's worn off. But the thing is, the re-lacquering will affect it a little bit. It may be a little noticeable, it may not be. But I will tell you, though, that because of the perception that re-lacquering is not good, your horn's value will be a little less. And you could just go to eBay and check it out. I mean, if you could see ads, selling this Mark 6 re-lacquered. You'll see it's going to go for less money because that's what people believe. Now, the reason why people also believe this myth, whatever you want to call it, if the person that's doing the re-lacquering is not doing a good job, if they buffer it too much, if they're not careful in taking the time to do the job, then yeah, they will definitely affect the sound. So if it's something that you're looking into doing, make sure that you look into the reputation of your repair person. See if it's something that they normally do. See if it's something that they have expertise in. If you decide to do that. So again, it's a personal preference. I don't have an opinion either way. I just found a horn that I liked, and I have a backup horn for the beaches, and I stick with them, So that's how I'm going to answer that. I would love to hear, though, I know there's a lot of folks that do either their own repairs, but also are repair people. In fact, one of my students is a really good repair person out in the Seattle area, okay? So if you need a repair person, let me know, and I'll get you in touch with him. He's really good, okay? But I'd love to hear from the repair folks, their thoughts on re-lacquering, because they're going to know more than I would, because this is the kind of stuff that they may or may not do. So that's my answer to that question. Okay, the next question. I got to look at my notes here. All right. Hey, Darren, are you still there? Do you like it? Give me a like. That'll be awesome while I'm checking out my notes. Okay. The next person asked, I have an article also on my site about maximizing your practice. Hey, thanks for the like. Cool. Maximizing your practice. Well, one of the things that I talk about is splitting your practice into 3 separate areas: tone, technique, music, or tunes. Tone, technique, tunes. That's what one of my students said to me. I should have thought of that before I wrote the article. Rats. All right. Anyway, he was saying that after he does a session of that, right, those 3 areas, and then let's say he takes a 20-minute break, should he play another instrument during those 20 minutes? Because he's taking a break and, he's got the time. No. All right. There's a reason why we need to take breaks. You see, here's the thing. I was under the assumption growing up, I played trumpet, and I was under the assumption that I should practice 4 hours straight. And that's what I did. And that really wore my lips out. It wore out my embouchure. And you'll hear that from a lot of trumpet players, especially. They'll go through a period of time where their embouchure just totally gives out because it's overuse. You can do that on practically any instrument, wind instrument. You don't want to do that. You know, here's an analogy also for you. If you go to the gym, work out, even if you don't work out frequently, but you can understand this, would you do bicep exercises for an hour straight and then the next day do another hour of bicep exercises? Would you do that? No, probably not. And the reason why, you're gonna cause damage. You're gonna cause serious damage. It may look like you're building muscle there, but you're really breaking down muscle, okay? And you're not allowing it the time to recover. And that's the problem. So what he was asking again, during that time off after my first session of tone, technique, and music, should I practice another instrument? No, unless it's piano. You could do that if you want to, but I'm going to be honest with you, I would do something totally different. Get my brain away from music. Do something totally different. Eating is always fun. I enjoy eating. It's really it's great, and I'm starting to pack on the pounds, so I've got to definitely stop doing that. But I would definitely take a break from doing anything musical. If you were to do anything still related to music, I would say nothing chops related, okay? I would maybe do a little bit of piano work, meaning you could do ear training too, right? You could do transcribing, okay? All that kind of stuff. But I would stay away from the chop stuff because, again, overuse is not a good thing. It's happened to me. I don't want it happening to you. Okay, the next question had to deal with, instrument angle. All right. Now, sometimes you see folks playing the saxophone. Unfortunately, I can't pan out on this, but sometimes you see people on the saxophone playing like this, where the saxophone is against their right thigh, but pretty far back. They're like this. Now, the thing is, they're used to playing that, whatever. But think about that angle. So here's a front view. Now here's a side view. Look at how that mouthpiece is going in. It's almost like a clarinet. Now, we don't play a clarinet here. This is a saxophone. Okay? So, would you want the mouthpiece going into your mouth on this angle? Think about what's happening to that reed. You're damping it a little too much. And also think about how that's going to affect your articulation. Remember, you got to aim for the tip of the reed. It's going to make it a little harder to aim for the tip of the reed if you are coming in like this. Now, clarinet players do it, yeah, but again, it's a different instrument, right? So, your instrument angle is really important. Here's another thing to think about. Most of the world has an overbite. Well, what do I mean by that? If you close your mouth, put your teeth together, your top teeth go over your bottom teeth by a little bit. Some have it a little more extreme. I did before I had the braces. Some don't. I don't know since I had the braces. So most people have an overbite. So you want to make sure that the horn's coming in to you, whether it's brass or winds, it's coming in to match your jaw. Now, if I have an overbite, why would I, here's another thing to think about, why would I bring the horn in like this? Where my jaw doesn't reflect the natural tendency for an overbite. I just imitated an underbite. Now, let me give you a little story. There was a period of time when my embouchure gave out, I was experimenting with instrument angle. And I had the horn a little too upright. You know, a lot of band directors say, trumpets, horns up, bells up. That is not the right thing to say, okay? And I'm going to tell you this as a brass expert. You have to, when you say that, the student's going to alter their jaw structure, their lip structure, in order to get that bell up. And their range is going to plummet, their endurance is going to plummet. Unless they have an underbite, a natural underbite, then they're fine. But you want to go with the natural angle. So if you're a band director and you're not hearing your trumpets, really simple fix. Two people are sharing a stand, have the stand a little bit lower, put it up on an angle, and have the horn just above the stand. So they're looking down at the music, but they're also periodically looking up at you. There's your fix. Don't ever say to a trumpet player, bells up. You're messing with this. You're messing with the angle. So how do you find your angle? Really simple. First, see if you have an underbite or an overbite, and then watch yourself in a mirror. Okay? See how you're playing, okay? See how that mouthpiece is coming in on you. or if it's a brass instrument, you know, when you buzz. By the way, this is a little replacement for a mouthpiece for a second. You can see I've got an overbite. So why would I do this? I want to match my my jaw angle. Okay, so instrument angle, super important for your tone. Super duper duper important for your tone. Which, by the way, speaking of saxophone tone, you know, for those of you that missed out on my course offering, Get a Killer Saxophone Tone, Sound Like a Pro Without Breaking the Bank, you can get on the waiting list. I'll put the link below this video, and get on the waiting list for the next time that I offer it. The people that are on there already are having a great time. We're chatting it up on Facebook, and it's doing really well, and it's going to do really well for you if you're struggling with your tone, it's thin, and it's not where you want it to be. Okay, so those were the questions I had. I did want to bring up one other thing, and it's this. My latest article is out. Actually, my latest radio show is out. I am a host on the BAM radio network. It's a network that focuses on education. Well, my radio show is on music education. Excuse me. So my latest show is an interview with Tom Ridenour. Tom Ridenour created, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, good. Yes, you can. The ATG reed finishing system. Okay. We had an amazing interview. It was like almost an hour. It was so cool. He's got a lot of great stories, and he is really knowledgeable. He knows everything and anything about reeds. Okay. So before I go on, guys, please share this. Press the share button, share it. We want some more folks on this, okay? And give me a like. I need some likes right now. It's before the holidays. I need a holiday like. Thank you. Okay, so it was a great interview with Tom. You know, he had a lot of stories, a lot of knowledge. So the first part of that interview is up on my blog at donnaschwartzmusic.com. I'll also put that link below too. And here's why this is important. Thanks for all the likes. Woohoo! This is why it's so important. Right now, for a very limited time, from now until January 15th, 2017, Tom's giving you a discount on this, a 15% discount, and if you're in the U.S., it's free shipping. That's awesome. I wish I would have had a discount when I bought this. Rats! But I'm giving one to you, okay? So if you sign up for my weekly free newsletter, you get that 15% discount, okay? I give you the instructions for how to do that. Super important. People that are out of the U.S., you also can get the 15% discount, but I don't think the shipping is free. Let me tell you something. This thing, and you'll see in, you know, some of the comments where I've shared the article, people are like, they swear by this, okay? Some people also use the Reed Geek as well. Both amazing tools, but this is the offer that I have right now. So go to my website, check out that article, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and then you're going to get that information right away. But again, take advantage of it very soon, because January 15th, the offer's off the table. Still great to get, don't get me wrong, but take advantage of it now, because it's really something that will definitely change your playing, because it'll make all your reeds playable. And that's the thing. And you'll also see in the article that I've been sharing, there's a video on the bottom that shows Tom with a towel over his head, essentially blindfolded, adjusting reeds. That's pretty cool, right? And it's not gimmicky. The guy knows his stuff. He definitely knows his stuff, and anybody that plays, you know, a reed instrument knows that. But what's more important too, and I'm hoping that a lot of you are friends with music teachers. Music teachers need to be aware of the ATG reed system, because the thing is this: a lot of kids quit. A lot of kids quit their clarinet, quit their saxophone, because they can't get a good sound out of that reed. They're playing on reeds that just may not be balanced. And we know how frustrating it is as, well, teachers, but also as students. You're playing on a reed, and it's like you're squealing like a pig. Your sound sounds stuffy, or some notes don't resonate as much. Some notes are flat in the pitch for no apparent reason. Some notes get cut off. You know, some notes are really hard to get out. It could be the reed. It could very well be the reed. Now, in my course, we talk about establishing the strong foundation, but the reed is the next thing. So definitely check out that article. Again, I'll put the link below. And please share this with music teachers, because a lot of kids tend to quit because they just can't get a good sound out. So please do me that favor. Do them that favor. It's going to save them a ton of money on reeds, on reed supplies for their kids. and you know, for their students and all that kind of stuff. So if you know private teachers, music ed teachers, that would be awesome. All right, guys, so that is the holiday edition, the Merry Christmas-ka. I'm probably messing that up, but Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy whatever, Happy Merry Festivus, if you celebrate that, right? That episode was on last night, the Seinfeld episode. How funny is that? Enjoy your holidays, and if you have any questions for me in the future, put them below the replay. It's going to be a replay in a second. Put them below the replay, and I'll get to them next time or the time after or whatever. Thanks for joining me. Happy holidays. Take care. Have a great day.